We're joined this morning by State Senator Greg Tarver. Merry Christmas to you, sir. Thank you for joining us so early.
Merry Christmas to you.
We've got a deal expected to be announced today with regard to Ochsner operating University Health. I know as of Friday you still had concerns about Ochsner's involvement with the med school. Have you gotten any reassurances? Where do you stand on your issues?
Well, this is just a letter of intent. It's not an MOU. The MOU will come much later. More than likely, when they take over, it will be in June or July. So they will have an MOU then. And the MOU must come in front of the Joint Budget Committee. And it will be discussed more than likely at that particular time. But I don't want to see anyone control the LSU Med School but the Chancellor and the Board of Supervisors in Baton Rouge and the President.
What about the money that is still owed? Do you have an update on that for us?
No, I talked to Matthew Block yesterday concerning the money that is owed, and will be owed by $14 or $15 million now, and by $20 or $21 million at the end of December. I really don't know why BRF have not paid them. They have received the money from not only Medicaid, Medicare, and private pay, and the reason why they received these monies is because the doctors worked, and they filed claims from the doctors' work, and they have the money, but they just have not paid LSU Med School.
Has the governor answered you with regard to will this be paid by Ochsner? Do we know where that stands?
Well, not right at this stage. I will more than likely find that out tomorrow, today, or in the future.
Okay. Your biggest concern with Ochsner running University Health would be what?
Well, they have a medical school in Australia. I think they are very, very good operators. They have about 27 hospitals. They know exactly what they're doing. My only problem is they will not be able to touch our residents or move our residents from here to New Orleans, where they're actually located, in any way else. That is my biggest fear at this particular time. And I don't think they would be able to do it once we put it in the MOU.
What about the level of care at University Health? Do you expect that to improve?
I know with the history of Ochsner, they will improve the health care at LSU, University Health. They're experts in their field. They have done a good job in other places in Louisiana. You have no complaints from patients with them at all.
What role do you anticipate BRF will still have, if any, under this agreement?
I hope none. I hear, of course, it have not been put together yet, there will be an advisory board, and they will have, and I don't know, it might be 9 or 12 people on the advisory board. They will have one spot on the advisory board. But I hope BRF is gone for good in dealing with the LSU Med School, because they were about to destroy the LSU Med system.
Do you have some confidence that the memorandum of understanding will be worked out in a way that really protects the concerns that you have?
Well, if it comes through joint budget, I'm very much concerned that, and I think that it could be worked out at joint budget, or it's not going to pass more than likely. I'm going to ask my fellow people I work with every day in the Senate and in the House to try to, let's make this better. Let's not jump off the frying pan into the fire.
You have been known, and I hope you respect me for saying this, you are a deal maker. You know how to make things happen in Baton Rouge. When you talk about the Joint Legislative Committee, if this deal is not put together like Greg Tarver wants it, you have other ways of putting a squeeze on these leaders. I mean, is that something you are thinking about now? If you don't give me a good deal on this, I'm going to make it tough on you on this other issue.
Well, I'm concerned about not what Greg Tarver wants, what is best for LSU Med School, and to keep LSU Med School a vibrant institution in this area. It doesn't matter exactly what I want. I want what's best for North Louisiana, for Shreveport, and our area. And if by any chance that I can have some influence on that, I will use my influence, because the people sending me down there, that's why I've been on there 27 years, is to use my influence to get things done for North Louisiana and the people of this area.
Let me be blunt with you. The governor has said he plans to protect the LSU Med School in Shreveport. He wants it to stay open, keep it here, not move it to Baton Rouge. Do you believe him? And then second part of that, do you trust him?
Well, let me say this to you. I think that you've always, when he said something, it proved to be he supported. I think he's a man of his word. At least I hope he's a man of his word. I don't think that LSU is going anywhere, by the way. It's take an act of the legislature to move LSU from Shreveport to somewhere else. It take more than the governor to do that. It take the legislature to do that. It take LSU Board of Supervisors to do that. And one man just do not have that type of power in Louisiana, even if he is governor. I think that I think his intentions, and he has said to me over 1,000 times, is to keep LSU in Shreveport.
And you believe him?
Well, let me say this. Believe him or not, I don't think they could go through necessarily those processes. And I just don't believe this guy. And he's an honorable man. And, he's a very fine man. I don't think that he's going to arbitrarily move LSU to Baton Rouge or anywhere else. And for people to say that it's an emotional issue for people up in Shreveport, they don't know what they're talking about. No one is going to move the LSU Med School from Shreveport. You can book it. Gotcha.
Thank you so much for being so available to us this morning. I know we interrupted your morning, and we appreciate your time, sir.
I was cooking for my daughter. She might be mad with me.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, Senator.
Same to you all.
All right. 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. It is 6:49. Here's Ruby.
It's the best time of day to get from A to B because everything is all clear for your early morning drive to work or school, but look out later on this morning for some traffic delays on North Market near North Hearn Avenue. Watch out for patches of heavy fog this morning, and if you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline, 687-ROAD.
Your AccuWeather.com forecast will have dense fog this morning. Otherwise, today and tonight will be cloudy and warm with rain at times, and there can also be a heavy thunderstorm. High 70, low 53. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm Heather Zaire.
We cover news from Shreveport, Bossier, and your neighborhood. Breaking news and trending talk on 101.7 FM and 710 Keel. KeelNews.com. KeelNews.com.
Oh, do you have an update on that for us?
No,
Would be what?
Well, they have a medical school in Australia. I think they are very, very good operators. They have about 27 hospitals. They know exactly what they're doing. My only problem is they will not be able to touch our residents or move our residents from here to New Orleans, where they're actually located, in anywhere else. That is my biggest fear at this particular time. And they have a medical school in Australia. I think they are very, very have some influence on that. I will use my influence because the people send me down there, that's why I've been on there 27 years, is to use my influence to get things done for North Louisiana and the people in our area. And if by any chance that I can have some influence on that, I will. It doesn't matter exactly what I want. I want what's best for North Louisiana, for Shreveport, and our area.